Chosen one. You are not here by accident. Heaven scheduled this moment, and your spirit recognized the call before your mind could explain it. Anointed one. There is a marking on your life that time cannot erase, and even after 40, your light still carries the freshness of divine renewal. The Lord says, I will restore what was stolen, and I hear a stirring of favor, an uncommon door opening, a supernatural financial breakthrough, a divine wealth transfer moving toward you like a tide. This is your appointed hour. Prepare your heart, protect your peace, and lean in, because what I'm about to reveal will confirm what your soul has always known. Chosen one. Before we go any deeper, I need you to recognize what's happening right now. This is not random content drifting across your screen. This is a meeting point, a moment arranged with precision, because your spirit is being recalibrated, anointed. Something in you heard this before your mind could explain it, and that inner pull you feel is the proof. Yes, we are talking about why chosen ones still look younger, even after 40, but beneath that topic is a deeper truth. Your life is being preserved. Your light is being protected. Your presence carries a kind of freshness that time can't easily steal. And I sense something else as well. The same preservation touching your body is preparing you for promotion, favor, and a supernatural shift in resources. If you feel that quiet click in your chest while listening, you're not imagining it. That is alignment. That is your spirit recognizing a signal the way a compass recognizes north. Some people call it timing. Heaven calls it appointment. Either way, chosen one, you didn't arrive here by accident. Now listen closely, because the first reason you radiate youth is not a cosmetic secret. It is spiritual intelligence. It is the way you have learned to carry life differently. The first reason is simple, but it is powerful. You carry less stress in your spirit. Stress is not just a feeling. Stress is spiritual pressure that leaks into the body over time. It becomes tension in the shoulders, tightness in the jaw, restless sleep, shallow breathing, and eyes that look tired even after rest. Most people don't realize they are aging by rehearsing anxiety daily until they wake up one day and see the weight on their own face. Many people age faster because they replay the same pain over and over. They relive betrayals, repeat old conversations in their head, and carry grudges like they are carrying proof. They call it thinking, but it's really a slow form of torment. It doesn't just drain the mind, it erodes the spirit from the inside, and the body follows whatever the spirit keeps accepting. But chosen one, you are built differently, and you were trained through fire to learn something rare. You learned that stress is too expensive. It costs peace, clarity, discernment, and even the ability to hear God clearly. When the spirit stays in panic mode, it cannot receive direction. It reacts, it rushes, it settles for quick comfort, and it makes choices from fear instead of faith. I'm speaking to the anointed one who knows what it feels like to be the strong one when you were secretly tired. The one who carried people, held things together, stayed mature, stayed quiet, kept going. You've had nights where your mind wouldn't stop, and days where you smiled in public but went silent at home. You've known that pressure, but you also reached a turning point. That turning point was this: you learned to hand it over. Not by pretending it didn't hurt, not by acting unbothered, but by surrendering the outcome. You finally said, I can't control people. I can't rewrite what happened, but I refuse to let it live inside my body. That decision, chosen one, is not weakness. That is authority. That is you refusing to be chained to what tried to break you. And when you release stress spiritually, your body responds physically. your nervous system calms down, your breathing slows, your sleep deepens, your face softens, your eyes brighten. The glow returns not because life became easy, but because your spirit stopped carrying what it was never meant to hold. Peace becomes your internal climate, and your appearance becomes the visible evidence. Now hear this prophetic truth, because this is where many people miss it. Your peace is not only healing you, it is positioning you. There are doors that don't open for frantic spirits. There are blessings that require a steady vessel. There is increase that can only be carried by someone who will not lose themselves when it arrives. Because if money comes to a nervous spirit, it becomes another anxiety. If promotion comes to a wounded heart, it becomes another battlefield. But when increase comes to a peaceful person, it becomes freedom and impact. That is why the enemy tried to keep you stressed, chosen one. Stress clouds discernment. Stress makes you chase what isn't yours. Stress makes you accept crumbs because you're exhausted. Stress makes you say yes to the wrong people because you don't want another fight. But heaven is breaking that cycle, and I sense the shift already. Your spirit is learning to stay still, even while life is moving. There is a kind of peace that doesn't need evidence to exist. People will look at you and wonder how you've survived what you've survived, and still carry light in your eyes. That is not denial. That is grace. That is the unseen hand preserving you. And over time, that inner rest becomes visible like a signature on your face that says, I have been kept. So, if you've been wondering why people guess your age wrong, why you still radiate a youthful presence, why time hasn't hardened you the way it hardened others, remember this. You stopped letting stress live in your spirit. You chose surrender over spiraling. You chose release over resentment. And that decision didn't only protect your mind, chosen one, it protected your glow. Chosen one. The second reason you keep that youthful glow after 40 is because your life is not drifting. You are not waking up just to survive the day and collapse into the night. You move with direction even when you don't have all the details. There's a quiet compass inside you, an inner assignment that keeps pulling you forward. And that sense of purpose is not just spiritual language, it is fuel. It keeps your mind awake, your posture lifted, and your energy cleaner than people who live in circles. When you know why you're here, your body stops carrying the heaviness of confusion. Confusion ages the face, but calling strengthens the spirit, and your face reflects what your spirit believes. Anointed one. Many people look older because they are constantly leaking energy into things that don't matter. They spend their best years arguing with strangers, chasing validation, entertaining drama, or trying to prove themselves to people who will never be satisfied. That kind of life creates inner friction, and inner friction always turns into stress, inflammation, and exhaustion. But you've chosen one. You've been learning how to guard your energy. You've become more selective not because you think you're better, but because you finally understood you have an assignment to protect. When your day has meaning, you don't waste it. When your spirit has a mission, you don't let random chaos set the temperature of your emotions. I've seen this in real life, and I'm not talking from a distance. There was a season where I was doing a lot, but none of it felt aligned. Busy, but empty. I'd finish a day and still feel behind, still feel restless, still feel like my mind was running on a treadmill. And I noticed something: my face looked tired, even when I slept. My patience got thin. My joy became delayed. Then I made one decision that changed everything. I chose one clear purpose for my season, and I built my days around it. Not perfection, not pressure, just direction. And the moment the why became clear, my energy stopped bleeding. Chosen one. Your body knows when your life is aligned. Purpose does something powerful to the inner world. It reduces mental noise because you're no longer asking 1,000 questions at once. It cleans up your priorities because you know what deserves your yes and what requires your no. It simplifies decision-making because you're not trying to please everyone. When your life is purpose-driven, your nervous system relaxes because it senses stability. Your mind stops scanning for danger every second. Your spirit stops feeling lost. Even your habits begin to shift naturally because you're no longer living for temporary comfort. You're living for long-term impact, and that long-term vision keeps you youthful because it keeps you hopeful. Hopeless people age quickly. Hopeful people stay bright. Chosen one. This is also why purpose is connected to provision. When heaven assigns a calling, heaven also supports it. You may not see the full supply yet, but supply follows alignment. That's why I've been speaking about supernatural promotion and financial transfer, because for many of you, it's not just more money, it's resourcing for your assignment. You're about to step into rooms you once only prayed about. You're about to receive opportunities that match your maturity, and the reason it's coming now is because your character has been shaped enough to carry it without losing yourself. There is a difference between money that distracts you and money that deploys you. Chosen one. What's coming is not meant to corrupt your spirit, it's meant to confirm your purpose. Purpose also protects you from aging through resentment, because when you know where you're going, you stop obsessing over who left you. When you know what you're building, you stop fighting to be understood by people who don't have the capacity. When you know your lane, you stop racing everyone else. And that freedom shows up on your face. It shows up in how you walk into a room without begging for approval. It shows up in how you speak with calm authority instead of nervous explanation. People feel that. They may not have words for it, but they sense this person is anchored. And an anchored person looks younger because they are not constantly being pulled apart by comparison, insecurity, and emotional overexertion. So hear me clearly, anointed one. Your youthfulness is not an accident, and it is not just genetics. It is the byproduct of intentional living. It is the fruit of waking up and choosing meaning over noise, alignment over chaos, assignment over distraction. Some of you have been feeling that inner nudge to tighten your focus, to cut off what drains you, to stop entertaining what keeps you small, and to commit to what your spirit already knows you were born to do. That nudge is not pressure, it is guidance. It's like that ancient wisdom: write the vision and move with it, because clarity creates momentum, and momentum creates life. Take a breath, chosen one. Let the truth settle in your bones. You are not fading. You are being refined, and refinement always makes the light look brighter. Chosen one. The third reason you still radiate youth after 40 is not something you can buy, inject, or manufacture. It is an energy, a frequency, a quiet power that rises from the inside and spills outward. People will look at your face, but what they're really responding to is your atmosphere. They feel your presence before they understand your story. And that is why some will call you glowing, even on days you didn't try. Anointed one. When the spirit is aligned, the body becomes a witness. When the inner world is clean, the outer world begins to shine. Most people don't realize how much invisible energy they are consuming every day. Their phone feeds them fear. Their conversations feed them gossip. Their environment feeds them stress. And their relationships feed them emotional debt. They're tired not because they work too hard, but because they've been carrying heavy energy that doesn't belong to them. That heaviness shows up in dull eyes, low posture, tense skin, and a constant sense of being drained. But chosen one, you have been learning a sacred skill. You protect what enters your spirit. You don't just guard your body, you guard your gates. I want you to notice something about your own life. The moments you felt most youthful were not always the moments you had the best sleep or the best diet. It was the moments you felt light, the moments you laughed without forcing it, the moments you were around peace instead of pressure, the moments you stepped away from drama and felt your mind become quiet again. That is not random, that is spiritual law. Your spirit is designed to thrive in light, not in constant emotional noise, and when you live in light, you look like light. Chosen one. The world talks about self-care, but heaven talks about spiritual nourishment. There is a difference. Self-care can be external, but spiritual nourishment is internal. And internal nourishment changes everything. It changes your tone. It changes your reactions. It changes your patience. It changes your eyes. Many chosen ones naturally return to life-giving practices without even realizing why. Solitude, prayer, gratitude, nature, creativity, journaling, worship, quiet reflection, healthy boundaries. These things are not just habits. They are refueling stations. They restore what people and pressure try to drain. Anointed one. You were never meant to live on empty. That's why your spirit becomes restless when you spend too long in spaces that feel heavy. You may not be able to explain it, but you can feel it. Certain conversations make you tired. Certain rooms make you want to leave. Certain people leave your nervous system tight. That's discernment. It's not arrogance. It's your spirit sensing the weight in the atmosphere. And when you honor that discernment, you protect your youthfulness. Because youth is not only about years, it's about vitality. It's about how alive you feel inside your own skin. This is also why negativity ages people so fast. It hardens the face. It sharpens the eyes. It narrows the mind. Constant criticism and complaint trains the body to live in tension, and tension becomes lines fatigue and heaviness over time. But you, chosen one, are being trained to return to center. When you feel pulled into stress, you step back. When you sense confusion rising, you seek stillness. When life shakes, you anchor. That ability to reset is not a small thing. It is one of the reasons you still look fresh. The inner world isn't constantly burning, so the outer world doesn't have to show the damage. Let me ground this in something every day. Think about two kinds of mornings. One morning, you wake up and immediately scroll. Bad news, arguments, comparisons, images that make you feel behind, voices that make you anxious. Before you even drink water, your spirit is flooded. Now compare that to a different morning. You wake up, breathe, sit in silence for 5 minutes, take a walk, play soft music, pray, speak gratitude, read something that feeds you, or simply let your mind be quiet. The second morning doesn't just feel better, it literally changes how you carry your face that day. That is what chosen ones learn to do consistently. They choose the second morning more often than the first. Now, hear what the Spirit is saying beneath this, because this is connected to your increase. A divine financial transfer does not only require opportunity, it requires capacity. And capacity is not only skill. Capacity is emotional stability. It's spiritual cleanliness. It's having an inner life that can hold new levels without collapsing. That is why your spirit has been pushing you to detach from low vibrations. Not because you're too spiritual, but because you're being prepared for elevation. Certain energies cannot enter the next room with you. Certain habits cannot follow you into your promotion. Certain relationships cannot sit at the table of your favor. Chosen one. There's a reason you've been feeling less tolerance for toxic entertainment, for endless arguing, for gossip, disguised as updates, for draining friendships that always need you but never pour back. That irritation you feel is not you becoming cold, it's you becoming protected. It's your spirit refusing to be fed poison, because what you consume becomes what you carry, and what you carry becomes what you radiate. You are being trained to radiate life, not fatigue. And this is why your glow is real. It's not superficial, it's not a filter, it's the physical manifestation of inner alignment. People can sense when someone's spirit is clear. They feel safe around you. They feel calm around you. They feel drawn to you. Even when they can't explain it, they can feel it. That's your light. That's your frequency. That's your presence doing what it was designed to do. And when you walk in, that youthfulness becomes natural because you're not carrying unnecessary heaviness. So take a breath, anointed one. You are not aging the way the world expects, because you are not living the way the world lives. You are learning to feed your soul, guard your gates, and return to peace again and again. And the more you protect your inner energy, the more your outer life will reflect it through your face, your strength, your magnetism, and the favor that is beginning to follow you like a shadow of blessing. Chosen one. The fourth reason you still carry youth after 40 is one most people resist because it asks for something deeper than skincare. It asks for inner release. It asks for a holy decision that frees your body from a prison your heart was never meant to live in. You look younger because you learned the power of forgiveness, and you learned it the hard way. Not in theory, but in real life, through real wounds, real betrayal, real disappointment that could have hardened you. Unforgiveness is weight. It sits on the chest. It stiffens the neck. It tightens the jaw. It narrows the eyes. It changes the way a person walks into a room because they're still dragging yesterday behind them. People think bitterness is strength, but bitterness is actually bondage. It keeps the nervous system on alert. It keeps the mind replaying. It keeps the body producing stress as if the danger is still happening. And over years, that stress becomes visible. It shows up as dullness, tension, heaviness, and that tired look you can't sleep off. But you, anointed one, you chose a different path. Not because what they did was okay, but because you finally understood this truth. Holding on doesn't punish them, it punishes you. It drains your energy. It dims your light. It ages your face with a story you're tired of repeating. Forgiveness is not pretending nothing happened. Forgiveness is refusing to bleed every day from a wound you didn't ask for. Let me say it clearly, chosen one, because some people misunderstand this. Forgiveness is not permission. Forgiveness is not reunion. Forgiveness is not returning to the same table with the same knife. Forgiveness is release. It is you cutting the cord so your spirit can breathe again. It is you deciding, I will not let this pain own my tomorrow. And the moment you begin to release, your body responds like it's finally safe. I've watched this happen up close, and I've lived it too. There was a season where I carried a quiet anger I didn't even want to admit. Nothing dramatic on the surface, but inside, I was tense. I would remember a moment, a betrayal, a disrespect, and my whole body would tighten like it was happening again. I didn't realize I was training my body to live in the past. And one day, I caught myself in the mirror and thought, this isn't just emotional, this is physical. The heaviness was showing up in my eyes. I was present, but not free. That's when I learned a sacred lesson. I didn't need the other person to apologize for me to heal. I didn't need them to understand for me to move forward. I needed my spirit back. So I started doing something simple, not flashy. I began releasing them in private. Not excusing, not rewriting history, releasing. I would say, God, take what I can't carry. And I meant it. Slowly my breathing changed. My sleep softened. My face relaxed. And the strangest thing happened. I felt lighter, like I got years back. Chosen one. Your body loves forgiveness because forgiveness stops the internal war. And when the war ends, the body can repair. Blood pressure stabilizes, the muscles loosen, the mind stops looping the same scene. Your eyes regain their sparkle because your spirit is no longer chained to offense. Peace returns, and peace is one of the most powerful beauty treatments that exists. Not the fake kind of peace that hides emotions, but the real peace that comes when you stop reliving what broke you. This is also why forgiveness is connected to your wealth transfer, anointed one. Because bitterness blocks flow. It blocks creativity. It blocks discernment. It blocks the ability to trust opportunities. It even blocks the courage to be seen because a wounded heart stays guarded. And guarded hearts often reject the very doors they prayed for. But when you forgive, you unclog the river. You let life move again. You let blessing move again. You let favor find you without inner resistance. I hear this strongly for you, chosen one. There are blessings that will not enter a bitter vessel, not because heaven is punishing you, but because heaven is protecting you. Increase amplifies what's inside. If resentment is inside, money becomes another battlefield. If offense is inside, promotion becomes another pressure. But when peace is inside, increase becomes a platform. It becomes stability. It becomes provision with joy instead of provision with fear. And this is why the enemy fought so hard to keep you offended. Because offense is a trap that looks justified. It whispers, you have a right to be angry. And you do. But the question is not whether you have the right. The question is whether you want to be free, because the longer you hold the offense, the longer you stay tied to the person who hurt you. Forgiveness breaks that tie. It returns your power to you. There's an old spiritual principle that when you release something, releases you too. Not in a forced, preachy way, just in reality. When you let go of what you're gripping, your hands become available to carry what's new. And I believe that's what's happening in your life right now. Heaven is cleaning your hands, cleaning your heart, making room in your spirit. Because what's coming is not small, and you cannot carry it while dragging old pain behind you. So today, chosen one, let forgiveness be your protest against the past. Let it be your declaration that you refuse to age from what you survived. You are not here to be hardened. You are here to be refined. Release the bitterness, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. And when peace settles in your spirit, your face will keep reflecting what heaven has been doing in secret, preserving you, restoring you, and preparing you for what is next in your life. Chosen one. The fifth reason you still look younger after 40 is because you avoided a trap that ages people faster than time itself. It's the trap of overindulgence. And I'm not only talking about food or drink. I'm talking about anything you consume without discernment. What you eat, what you watch, what you listen to, what you entertain, what you allow your mind to chew on late at night. Most people don't realize that aging is often a result of accumulation. Not just years accumulating, but toxins accumulating, stress accumulating, noise accumulating, and habits accumulating until the body and spirit are carrying far more than they were designed to hold. Overindulgence is when something that was meant to be a moment becomes a lifestyle. A treat becomes a dependency. A distraction becomes a coping mechanism. Entertainment becomes escape. Pleasure becomes numbness. And when people live like that, they may feel good for an hour, but they pay for it in their energy, their clarity, their skin, their posture, and their mood. Their face begins to show the cost of what they keep consuming. But you, anointed one, have been learning discipline, not the harsh kind that punishes the self, but the sacred kind that honors the self. You don't always choose what feels easiest. You choose what keeps you strong. You've started asking a question that most people avoid. Will this help me or harm me later? That single question is a spiritual weapon because it pulls you out of impulse and into wisdom. It stops you from living only for the moment and trains you to live for the mission. I want to speak honestly, chosen one, because authenticity matters here. There were seasons in my life where I saw how easy it is to overindulge when you're tired. When you're stressed, you crave quick comfort. You reach for sugar. You scroll for hours. You binge shows. You stay up late. You replay conversations. You chase distractions because silence feels too heavy. And you don't even realize you're feeding your exhaustion. You're trying to soothe your spirit, but you're doing it with things that drain you. Then one day, I noticed something simple. On the days I overconsumed too much food, too much screen time, too much noise, too many conversations that weren't healthy, I didn't just feel sluggish. I felt spiritually dull. My prayer life got shallow, my patience got thin, my motivation dropped, and my face looked older. Not because I had suddenly aged overnight, but because I had weighed my system down. That's what overindulgence does. It weighs you down first, then it shows up on you. Chosen one, you began to separate pleasure from peace. You started noticing that not everything that feels good is good for you. And that's why your youthfulness remains. Because moderation protects the body. It reduces inflammation. It keeps the skin clearer. It keeps energy stable. It keeps the mind sharper. Over time, balance becomes visible. People can tell when someone is living in alignment. They may not know your habits, but they can see your steadiness. They can see the calm in your eyes and the lightness in your movement. And here's something deeper, anointed one. Overindulgence is often rooted in emptiness. People consume excessively because they are trying to fill a spiritual gap with physical things. They don't feel loved, so they eat. They don't feel safe, so they drink. They don't feel seen, so they chase attention. They don't feel peace, so they scroll until their mind is numb. But, chosen one, you are learning that your spirit has to be filled at the source. And when the spirit is filled at the source, cravings lose their power. This is also why the enemy uses overindulgence as a strategy. Because it doesn't always look like sin. Sometimes it looks like self-care. Sometimes it looks like I deserve this. Sometimes it looks like harmless entertainment. But if it steals your clarity, if it steals your discipline, if it steals your time, if it steals your health, it is not harmless. It is a thief wearing a friendly face. The enemy doesn't always attack you with pain. Sometimes he attacks you with comfort that turns into captivity. Now, chosen one, this connects directly to your supernatural promotion and financial transfer, because increase requires stewardship, and stewardship requires self-control. If you can't govern your appetite, you will struggle to govern your opportunities. If you can't say no to what drains you, you will struggle to protect what blesses you. Many people pray for wealth, but they don't have the discipline to keep their peace when wealth arrives. They don't have the emotional maturity to handle attention. They don't have the boundaries to protect their time, so the blessing becomes a burden. But you, anointed one, are being prepared differently. Your discipline is not random. It's not just personality. It's training. It's spiritual conditioning. Heaven is shaping you into someone who can hold more without becoming less. That is why you feel uncomfortable with excess. That is why certain habits don't satisfy you the way they satisfy others. That is why your spirit starts warning you when you're consuming too much of something. That warning is protection. It's heaven guarding your vessel. Even in everyday life you can see it. When you eat cleaner, your face brightens. When you sleep on time, your eyes lift. When you step away from toxic media, your thoughts become calmer. When you stop entertaining gossip, your spirit becomes lighter. When you say no to constant indulgence, your body thanks you. This is not vanity. This is stewardship. It is you honoring what God gave you. So hear me, chosen one. You look younger because you chose balance over burnout. You chose discipline over cravings. You chose long-term life over short-term comfort. And that decision is preserving you in ways you can't fully measure yet. Because when you live with self-control, your body stays clearer, your spirit stays sharper, and your destiny stays protected. And the more you protect your vessel, the more ready you become for what heaven is preparing to place in your hands. Chosen one. The sixth reason you still radiate youth after 40 is because you don't only rest the way most people rest, you renew. Many people sleep, but they wake up still heavy. They take breaks, but their mind still races. They change their routine, but their spirit still feels dry. Because the deepest fatigue isn't always physical. Sometimes it's spiritual. And you, Anointed One, have learned that when the spirit is refilled, the body follows. This is why your face still carries softness, why your eyes still carry light, and why your energy doesn't feel depleted the way others your age do. You have a habit: prayer, stillness, gratitude, meditation, quiet time, even a simple walk with your thoughts turned toward peace that brings you back to center. It's not always dramatic. It's not always perfect, but it's consistent, and consistency creates preservation. I've learned this in real life. There was a season when I thought strength meant pushing through everything without stopping. I kept moving, kept producing, kept proving, and I didn't notice my nervous system was living on high alert. Even on calm days, my body felt tense, like something bad was about to happen. Then I began practicing renewal in small moments: 5 minutes of silence, a short prayer, a deep breath with intention, a surrender whispering, "God, take what I can't carry." And it was like my body finally exhaled. My sleep got deeper. My mind got clearer. My face looked lighter. Not because life became easy, but because my spirit stopped being neglected. Spiritual renewal resets the nervous system. When you become still, your breathing slows, your heart rate steadies, and your body stops acting like it's in a war. The mind quiets. The tension drains. And once your system feels safe, healing begins. That's why you can go through storms and still come out radiant. Many people survive storms but keep the storm inside them for years. You don't. You release it in renewal. You process it in peace. You return to the source instead of carrying everything alone. And this is connected to your next level, chosen one. Increase requires capacity. Promotion requires stability. A divine financial shift brings responsibility, attention, and new decisions. If you don't have a renewal system, you burn out in the very season you prayed for. But you are being trained to carry more without breaking, because you refill daily, not only when you collapse. So keep guarding your quiet. Keep protecting your spirit. Keep returning to peace. Your youthfulness is not just genetics, it's replenishment. While others chase external fixes, you keep refilling from within, and that inner well keeps you fresh, strong, and ready for what heaven is placing in your hands. Chosen one. The seventh reason you still carry youth after 40 is because your mind stayed alive. Not just busy, not just informed, alive. You kept a curious spirit when life tried to make you cynical. You kept wonder when disappointment tried to make you rigid. And that choice is more powerful than most people realize, because the mind is not just a thinker, it is a generator. It generates energy, emotion, and even the way your body holds itself. A heavy mind creates a heavy face, but a curious mind keeps the eyes bright. Anointed one. So many people begin aging the moment they stop exploring. They stop asking questions. They stop learning. They stop trying new things. They start living on repetition and complaint, and their world gets smaller while their stress gets bigger. That's why you meet people who are young in years, but old in spirit. They've lost playfulness. They've lost the ability to laugh deeply. They've lost that inner light that says life is still worth discovering. And once that light fades, it shows up in the body. But you, chosen one, you didn't let adulthood steal your wonder. Even after betrayal, you still believe there's goodness somewhere. Even after delays, you still believe something can shift. Even after pressure, you still make space for joy. And that is not childish. That is spiritual strength. Because joy is not denial. Joy is resistance. Joy is a holy refusal to let darkness define your inner world. I've seen this in everyday moments. It's the chosen one who can find beauty in a simple morning, who can listen to music and feel their spirit lift, who can take a walk and notice the sky like it's speaking, who can learn a new skill, read a new idea, start a new project, and feel that inner spark come back online. That spark is not just mood, it's vitality. It keeps the mind flexible. It keeps the heart open. And when the heart stays open, the face stays soft. There's a reason laughter makes people look younger. Laughter relaxes the body. It releases tension. It reminds the nervous system that life is not only survival. And playfulness does something even deeper. It breaks the spell of constant seriousness. Many people think seriousness equals maturity, but constant seriousness is often a symptom of fear. It's the fear of being disappointed again, the fear of looking foolish, the fear of letting go. But chosen one, you're learning to live with lightness without losing wisdom. And prophetically, this matters for your next season, because the doors that are opening for you will require creativity, not just endurance. They will require vision, not just hustle. They will require a mind that can imagine new outcomes, new opportunities, new streams of provision. A curious mind is a prepared mind. It can recognize blessings when they don't look familiar. It can adapt when God shifts the route. It can stay hopeful while the process unfolds. So guard your wonder, chosen one. Keep learning, keep laughing, keep exploring, keep your spirit playful. It's not a luxury, it's one of the ways heaven preserves you. And the world will keep trying to label your light as youthful, but you will know the truth. It's not just youth, it's life. Chosen one, the 8th. Reason you stay youthful beyond 40 is the company you keep and the atmosphere you live in. Many people think aging is only biology, but spirit speaks to body every day. When your circle is heavy, your face becomes heavy. When your environment is toxic, your nervous system stays tight. But when you are surrounded by life-giving energy, your whole being relaxes, repairs, and shines. Anointed one. You learned what many never learn. Not everyone deserves access to you. You are not here to be drained. You are here to be poured into, to pour out, and to stay whole. That is why you stopped confusing loyalty with self-abandonment. You stopped calling chaos family and calling disrespect normal. You began to choose peace, not because you are fragile, but because you are valuable. I've watched this shift happen in real life. There was a season when I stayed around people who always needed a reaction. Every conversation felt like a test. Every joke had an edge. Every gathering ended with me feeling tired, even if I smiled the whole time. I didn't notice the cost until I stepped away and felt my body unclench. My sleep improved. My mood lifted. My ideas came back. And I realized my spirit had been fighting battles it never volunteered for. Chosen. One positive energy is not fake optimism. It is a spiritual climate where your soul can breathe. It looks like friends who speak life instead of suspicion. It looks like mentors who correct you without crushing you. It looks like relationships where you can be honest without being punished. It looks like laughter that doesn't leave you ashamed and support that doesn't come with strings attached. In that kind of environment, your body receives a signal of safety, and safety lowers stress. This is why you feel a holy discomfort around gossip. Gossip is spiritual pollution. It trains the mind to scan for flaws, and it turns community into competition. When you sit in negative talk too long, your spirit feels cloudy afterward. That cloudiness is discernment. So, you step away. You change the subject. You protect your ears and your eyes because whatever you consume becomes what you carry. You also stopped keeping toxic people close out of obligation. You learned that proximity is a privilege. Some people come near to extract, not to connect. They borrow your light, then resent you for having it. They ask for your time, then criticize your boundaries. They call you changed when you finally choose health. But your spirit knows the difference between love and control. Love strengthens, control drains. So you released what drained you. And here is the prophetic layer. Anointed One, your next level requires a new atmosphere. The wealth transfer you've been sensing is not arriving to fund old cycles. It is arriving to fund purpose. That means your circle must match your calling. The wrong voices can sabotage the right season. The wrong counsel can make you fear what God is sending. But the right community multiplies courage and protects focus. God often sends provision through people. A connection, a recommendation, a door opened by one conversation, a contract introduced by one relationship, a new stream of income sparked by one idea shared in the right room. This is why heaven has been filtering your relationships. It was not punishment, it was preparation. Some people could not go with you because they would have mishandled your increase, your name, or your peace. Separation was protection. Notice how you look after time with the right people. Your posture opens. Your laughter comes easier. Your mind feels clearer. That is alignment. The right relationships become medicine. They don't replace God, but they become instruments in God's hands. Sometimes your miracle is not only a door, sometimes it is a person who speaks one sentence at the right time and breaks the spell of discouragement. And as you choose brighter rooms, your spirit will breathe deeper, your skin will soften, and your eyes will sparkle, because joy returns where honor lives. So I'm speaking this over you. Chosen One, you are being repositioned into healthier circles. Old connections that drained you are fading, and new connections that honor you are appearing. Do not chase what is leaving. Bless it and release it. Make room. Stay in peace. Anointed One, let your environment become your sanctuary, and your youth will continue to testify that you are surrounded by light. Chosen One, let this settle in your spirit as we come to the end of this word. Your youthfulness is not an accident, and it is not merely genetics. It is a witness. It is the evidence of a life being preserved by unseen hands, a heart being refined by surrender, and a spirit being kept in alignment when others were breaking under the weight. Anointed One, I speak this over you with reverence. Your Kairos moment is here. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. And as your peace deepens and your purpose sharpens, there is a supernatural transfer already in motion. Favor is being assigned. Doors are being positioned. Resources are being redirected. What was delayed is being released with precision, and what tried to drain you is being replaced with strength. May your mind stay clear, your body stay strong, and your spirit stay light. May the joy of the Lord rise in you like fresh oil. May your steps be ordered, and may your name be remembered in rooms you have never entered. I declare restoration over your energy, protection over your home, and increase over the work of your hands. Chosen one, remain faithful. Stay aligned. Keep your heart clean and your eyes forward. Walk in gratitude as if it has already manifested, because in the realm of the Spirit it has. If this message confirmed what your soul already knew, you may type 111 as a sacred sign of agreement and stay connected by subscribing and sharing this word with another anointed one who needs it. Until we meet again, be covered, be strengthened, and keep shining.